Remember late nights, whispered dreams beneath the city's soft glow. We built a world of laughter, promises we never let go. Then silence crept between us, a cold shadow starting to grow. And suddenly the distance became all that we truly would know. Now I'm tracing old patterns, wondering where we lost our way. Just a thought in the quiet, lingering through the fading day. What if we stay right here, ignoring all the doubts we face? Could we find a new rhythm in this bittersweet lonely space? Would the cracks eventually mend, erase every single trace? What if we stay, rewrite the ending with love's enduring grace? The coffee still tastes bitter, the morning sun feels too bright. Every familiar street corner echoes with our fading light. I keep replaying old conversations, trying to make things right. But the space beside me is empty through the long and quiet night. Now I'm tracing old patterns, wondering where we lost our way. Just a thought in the quiet, lingering through the fading day. What if we stay right here, ignoring all the doubts we face? Could we find a new rhythm in this bittersweet lonely space? Would the cracks eventually mend, erase every single trace? What if we stay, rewrite the ending with love's enduring grace? They say the time will heal, make the memory softer and kind. But I question that wisdom, leaving so much love behind. Is it foolish to imagine a different path for us to find a world where our hearts intertwine, forever truly aligned? What if we stay right here, ignoring all the doubts we face? Could we find a new rhythm in this bittersweet lonely space? Would the cracks eventually mend, erase every single trace? What if we stay, rewrite the ending with love's enduring? What if we stay, just for one more fleeting beautiful day? Could we wash the tears away and rebuild what started to sway? A fragile hope still whispers, wanting you to simply obey. What if we stay? What if we stay and make forever out of yesterday? Streetlights softly paint the window pane, another lonely 2 a.m. This record spins a familiar tune, a ghost of what we used to claim. I recall your laughter echoing through these quiet, empty rooms before the silent farewell plunged us into these heavy, somber glooms. The melody still catches my breath, a bittersweet, gentle art, whispering your name through the night, a crack in my guarded heart. Oh, this 2 a.m. groove, it plays our story, a rhythm in the dark, a love we found and then released, leaving its indelible mark. A slow burning flame inside my soul, a bittersweet, lingering spark, dancing through the fading echoes, finding peace in the break of heart. Remember dancing closely, lost beneath the city's soft neon gleam. Our future whispered in soft sighs, a beautiful impossible dream. Now just phantom touches linger, haunting every single empty space. A bittersweet goodbye, a fading smile upon your gentle loving face. Melody still catches my breath, a bittersweet gentle art, whispering your name through the night, a crack in my guarded heart. Oh, this 2 a.m. groove, it plays our story, a rhythm in the dark of love we found and then released, leaving its indelible mark. A slow burning flame inside my soul, a bittersweet lingering spark, dancing through the fading echoes, finding peace in the break of heart. Time moves on, the pages turn, though memories sometimes still reside. I'm learning how to breathe again, with nothing left for me to hide. This quiet jazz heartbeat reminds me sometimes love must simply flow, even when it means letting go of what we intimately used to know. Oh, this 2 a.m. groove, it plays our story, a rhythm in the dark, a love we found and then released, leaving its indelible mark. A slow burning flame inside my soul, a bittersweet lingering spark, dancing through the fading echoes, finding peace in the break of heart. Just a hum of the city, softly breathing in the cool night air. Another chapter closes gently, beyond our worry and despair. This 2 a.m. groove keeps spinning, a quiet comfort, a gentle goodbye, underneath the vast unending understanding, starlit, quiet sky.
Sipping on this lukewarm brew, watching steam disappear in the air. Every quiet moment brings back your face, a memory I still can't bear. The lo-fi hums a familiar tune, a melody we once held dear. Now it just echoes the silence left after you vanished from right here. Bittersweet taste on my lips, just like the love we couldn't keep. Lost in this moment, wishing I could reverse time and truly go deep. Lo-fi coffee break, a pause in the day, yet my heart still aches. Reminiscing our old tender ways, all the promises love makes. This quiet space just amplifies the echoes of our past embraces. A bittersweet melody plays, reflecting love's changing phases. Remember late night talks, whisper secrets under the moon's soft glow. We planned our futures, watched our dreams like tiny seeds start to grow. Didn't think those simple days would ever fade, didn't foresee the final blow. Only the coffee's aroma reminds me of a love I used to know. Bittersweet taste on my lips, just like the love we couldn't keep. Lost in this moment, wishing I could reverse time and truly go deep. Lo-fi coffee break, a pause in the day, yet my heart still aches. Reminiscing our old tender ways, all the promises love makes. This quiet space just amplifies the echoes of our past embraces. A bittersweet melody plays, reflecting love's changing phases. Maybe some connections are meant to break, like delicate china we couldn't mend. Even though the parting brought a deep sorrow, our individual paths now extend. Accepting this quiet solitude, finding peace as memories transcend. A new chapter is waiting, even if this love story had to end. Lo-fi coffee break, a pause in a day, yet my heart still aches. Reminiscing our old tender ways, all the promises love makes. This quiet space just amplifies the echoes of our past embraces. A bittersweet melody plays, reflecting love's changing phases. The cup is empty now, like the space you left behind. But a faint warmth remains, a lesson in my heart and mind. Just another lo-fi coffee break, leaving the past entwined. Moving slowly forward, a quiet acceptance I hope to find.
City lights blur outside my window pane tonight. Headphones on, I tune the world out, lost in fading light. Remembering the laughter shared, your gentle touch, your grace. A bittersweet melody echoes, time cannot erase that place. Each beat a whisper of how we used to simply be. Now only silence sits beside me, just my thoughts and me. Headphones on, escaping to a place where memories reside. Through every soulful rhythm, I try my feelings to hide. A quiet universe unfolds where our past moments still gleam. Just me and this sad, beautiful jazz hip-hop dream. Thought we write our story forever, pages never torn. But seasons change their colors, leaving me completely forlorn. I trace the contours of your absence, a shadow in my room, searching for solace in no records, trying to shake this gloom. Each beat a whisper of how we used to simply be. Now only silence sits beside me, just my thoughts and me. Headphones on, escaping to a place where memories reside. Through every soulful rhythm, I try my feelings to hide. A quiet universe unfolds where our past moments still gleam. Just me and this sad, beautiful jazz hip-hop dream. Maybe someday these tunes won't hurt, won't sting this way inside. Maybe I'll find a new rhythm with nothing left to hide. But for tonight, the vinyl spins, your ghost dances with me. In this melancholic symphony, I find a kind of liberty. Headphones on, escaping to a place where memories reside. Through every soulful rhythm, I try my feelings to hide. A quiet universe unfolds where our past moments still gleam. Just me and this sad, beautiful jazz hip-hop dream. The track fades slowly, a soft drum beat echoing in the air. Still holding on to fragments, memories beyond compare. Headphones staying on, just drifting until the coming dawn. Another night passes, love sad, sweet melody plays on.
Each evening the pavement calls a worn out map beneath my weary feet.
Passing by old coffee shops where our shared futures felt complete. Now reflections in store windows show only my lonely solemn gaze. A solitary journey through these familiar bellow-curved urban haze. The constant hum of traffic whispers your name in a bittersweet refrain. This metropolitan rhythm now just emphasizes the ache and lasting pain. I'm just a city drifter lost within this sprawling cold concrete embrace, searching for a silent echo of your love, a vanished time and space. My compass shattered when you walked away, leaving no guiding light. Just endless streets to wander through beneath the indifferent city night. We once traced ambitious lines across this landscape hand in hand. Every corner held a promise, a future we meticulously planned. Now these same towering buildings seem to mock my isolated view, a silent observer watching the world move on without you. The constant hum of traffic whispers your name in a bittersweet refrain. This metropolitan rhythm now just emphasizes the ache and lasting pain. I'm just a city drifter lost within this sprawling cold concrete embrace, searching for a silent echo of your love, a vanished time and space. My compass shattered when you walked away, leaving no guiding light. Just endless streets to wander through beneath the indifferent city night. Maybe someday the neon glow will cease to remind me of your face. Perhaps these city streets will offer healing, finding a new steady pace. But for now I trace old routes, a phantom limb that still seeks your touch. This urban labyrinth holds the memories that meant so very much. I'm just a city drifter lost within this sprawling cold concrete embrace, searching for a silent echo of your love, a vanished time and space. My compass shattered when you walked away, leaving no guiding light. Just endless streets to wander through beneath the indifferent city night. Beneath the city's steady pulse I fade into the quiet lonely sound. Just another drifter walking on this hollow broken ground. The story ends, the lights still burn, but our chapters finally through. Drifting, drifting, always searching for a forgotten glimpse of you. Foundations, sturdy hopes beneath the sky so wide. Our quiet understanding, effortless, flowing with the world outside. Every shared moment, a comfortable rhythm, nowhere left to hide. Thought this structure was eternal, with you always by my side. But cracks appear subtly, shadows stretched across the floor. The vibrant colors faded, leaving muted tones we once adored. Concrete memory now stand where our chill love used to be, a silent monument to feelings that once moved so freely. Sturdy walls remain, but echoes fill the space. For me, just hollow whispers where sweet comfort once embraced you and me. The blueprint we once followed lost its purpose line by line. We drifted into separate currents, leaving our design, each quiet withdrawal, a subtle, almost unnoticeable sign. Now only empty spaces define what was once perfectly mine, but cracks appear subtly, shadows stretched across the floor. The vibrant colors faded, leaving muted tones we once adored. Concrete memories now stand where our chill love used to be, a silent monument to feelings that once moved so freely. Sturdy walls remain, but echoes fill the space. For me, just hollow whispers where sweet comfort once embraced. You and me. The city hums its usual tune, oblivious to what we lost. The architecture of our bond now bearing a silent, heavy cost. I trace the outlines in the air, a future truly crossed. Yet in the stillness a different kind of quiet peace is found. Concrete memories now stand where our chill love used to be, a silent monument to feelings that once moved so freely. The sturdy walls remain, but echoes fill the space. For me, just hollow whispers where sweet comfort once embraced. You and me, just concrete and the lingering chill, a story quietly told. No grand collapse, just slow erosion turning warm to cold. A quiet kind of emptiness within these structures taking hold, forever etched in silence. A precious narrative, brave and old.
We used to meet right here where city lights start to glow so bright. Every shared whisper felt like a secret we held against the fading light. Your hand in mine, a warmth against the cool evening breeze that swept by back then. Forever seemed an easy promise beneath the vast open sky. Now the familiar melody plays, but a different rhythm takes its hold. Stories of our love slowly starting to unfold and turn so cold. On this street corner flow, memories drift like a hazy morning light. The love we shared has vanished, disappearing into the dark of night. Still I hear echoes of your laughter, a bittersweet haunting sound. Footprints you left upon my heart are forever deeply bound. The cafes where we lingered now feel empty. Silence takes their place. I search for your reflection, but find only an unfamiliar, lonely space. Each passing day brings a new struggle to let go and simply understand. We try to hold on tightly, but it slipped like fine grains of sand. Now the familiar melody plays, but a different rhythm takes its hold. Stories of our love slowly starting to unfold and turn so cold. On this street corner flow, memories drift like a hazy morning light. The love we shared has vanished, disappearing into the dark of night. Still I hear echoes of your laughter, a bittersweet haunting sound. Footprints you left upon my heart are forever deeply bound. Perhaps it was always written, this inevitable painful goodbye we shared. A silent tear now falls from a weary and clouded sky for a love we once cared. Learning to dance alone through the urban shadows without your gentle grace. Finding strength within myself to navigate this empty longing space. Longing space. This street corner flow, memories drift like a hazy morning light. The love we shared has vanished, disappearing into the dark of night. Still I hear echoes of your laughter, a bittersweet haunting sound. Footprints you left upon my heart are forever deeply bound. The saxophone weeps a final note, fading into the city drawn far away. Just a whispered prayer for comfort as I stand here alone at the end of day. The street corner flow continues, carrying old tales along the breeze so light. A love song for the lost souls, finding peace among the bare trees in the dim moonlight.
Still holds a faint echo of laughter we once knew here. Each quiet corner whispers remnants of a comfort I held so dear. I trace the patterns on the window, searching for a familiar glance. A gentle shift in silence reminds me we no longer share this dance. These reflections drift like smoke, a bittersweet, unhurried pace. Unfolding memories quietly settle into their rightful place. Just quiet thoughts now fill the spaces where our voices used to blend. A different kind of stillness signals this chapter's gentle end. I observe the world around me, sensing seasons turn and fade. A silent understanding of the choices we both freely made. The scent of morning coffee stirs a phantom presence by my side. An empty chair across the table, nowhere for those feelings to hide. I listen to the subtle rhythm of a life now rearranged, a landscape of emotion, subtly but profoundly changed. These reflections drift like smoke, a bittersweet, unhurried pace. Unfolding memories quietly settle into their rightful place. Just quiet thoughts now fill the spaces where our voices used to blend. A different kind of stillness signals this chapter's gentle end. I observe the world around me, sensing seasons turn and fade. A silent understanding of the choices we both freely made. No harsh echoes remain, only whispers carried on a gentle air. Discovering new foundations, moving forward, leaving past despair. The world keeps turning softly, bringing solace with each new dawn. Though a part of yesterday, my journey now continues on. Just quiet thoughts now fill the spaces where our voices used to blend. A different kind of stillness signals this chapter's gentle end. I observe the world around me, sensing seasons turn and fade. A silent understanding of the choices we both freely made. These quiet thoughts, they softly linger, like a tune left in the air. A gentle memory, a lesson learned beyond compare. Embracing the new horizon with a quiet, steady grace. Finding peace in every moment in this new, tranquil space. Quiet tremor deep within
where future softly started to fray. We built a fragile scaffolding, then watched it gently drift away. Now just a lingering outline, a phantom shape against the air. I try to hold this empty space, a silent weight beyond compare. The delicate thread unravels slow, a silent promise undefined, leaving echoes in the chambers of a solitary searching mind. I gotta hold it down, this feeling of an ending, bittersweet and true. Hold it down, the memory of warmth we once so deeply knew. Gotta hold it down, even when the quiet moments break right through. Just hold it down, find a steady rhythm, seeing something new. The subtle shifting of the ground, the landscape quietly rearranged. Where once our shared directions merge, now pathways subtly have exchanged. I gather scattered pieces of a puzzle missing half its frame, and whisper softly to myself a forgotten, softly fading name. The delicate thread unravels slow, a silent promise undefined, leaving echoes in the chambers of a solitary searching mind. I gotta hold it down, this feeling of an ending, bittersweet and true. Hold it down, the memory of warmth we once so deeply knew. Gotta hold it down, even when the quiet moments break right through. Just hold it down, find a steady rhythm, seeing something new. A different kind of sunrise waits, a hue I haven't seen before, though every fiber still recalls the comfort knocking at my door. This silent strength I cultivate to navigate the space ahead, letting go the phantom grip where gentle spoken words once led. I gotta hold it down, feeling of an ending, bittersweet and true. Hold it down, down, the memory of warmth we once so deeply knew. Gotta hold it down, even when the quiet moments break right through. Just hold it down, find a steady rhythm, seeing something new. Hold it down, the quiet breathe as morning light begins to stream. Hold, release the past, the gently fading cherished dream. Holding steady, standing tall, embracing what the future brings. Just hold it down on fragile, solitary, mended wings. Our initial connection pulsed with vibrant, unfiltered, radiant light. Every shared moment painted canvas is a spectrum so joyfully bright. But slowly a shadow crept, an unspoken change within our shared sight. The vibrant pigments faded, dimming into the approaching twilight. Now I view our past through a lens, a sight is truly begun. A new color theory emerges underneath the fading solitary sun. It's the blue hue theory, where old laughter now echoes with a mournful sound. Every tender memory we cherish, retended silently all around. Love's vibrant canvas now wears a new shade, a quiet sorrow profound. This blue filter transforms everything beautiful on this hallowed ground. I recall a warm glow of your smile, a sunbeam on my darkest days. But now that image holds a cool undertone, seen through a bluish haze. The symphony of our hearts, once vibrant, now plays in muted, distant ways. No dramatic explosion, just a gentle fade through these silent wet phase. Yes, I view our past through a lens, a sight has truly begun. A new color theory emerges underneath the fading solitary sun. It's the blue hue theory, where old laughter now echoes with a mournful sound. Every tender memory we cherish, retended silently all around. Love's vibrant canvas now wears a new shade, a quiet sorrow profound. This blue filter transforms everything beautiful on this hallowed ground. Perhaps this blue hue is a truth, revealing what was always there inside. A hidden layer of melancholy where two separate journeys softly collide. The spectrum of emotion deepens, with no more places left to hide. Embracing this new perception, letting the quiet sadness now preside. It's the blue hue theory, where old laughter now echoes with a mournful sound. Every tender memory we cherish, retended silently all around. Love's vibrant canvas now wears a new shade, a quiet sorrow profound. This blue filter transforms everything beautiful on this hallowed ground. Just a gentle hum of the silence, a persistent lingering shade of blue, a testament to what we once shared, now softly whispering through and through. The blue hue remains a quiet constant, a permanent tender view, reflecting our love, now a memory, forever painted in this fading blue. The Sunday quiet settles deep, a muted light across the floor. Yet underneath the stillness, a faint disruption starts to pour. It's not your face I'm chasing, but a resonance I can't ignore. Just lingering white noise where clear understanding used to store. I'm trying to reset the dial, but the interference holds its sway. Trapped within this frequency where emotions softly start to fray. This Sunday afternoon static, a hum within the empty space. It's the quiet aftermath of love, leaving lingering blurred trace. A constant low-grade murmur, an unresolved and lost embrace. My thoughts keep searching frequencies, longing for a clearer place. The light across the sofa falls, revealing patterns in the dust. Each grain suspended, mirroring a lingering broken trust. I try to filter memories, decipher what was always robust. But only muffled whispers remain, reduced to emotional rust. I'm trying to reset the dial, but the interference holds its sway. Trapped within this frequency where emotions softly start to fray. This Sunday afternoon static, a hum within the empty space. It's the quiet aftermath of love, leaving lingering blood trace. A constant low-grade murmur, an unresolved and lost embrace. My thoughts keep searching frequencies, longing for a clearer place. I once clear channel faded, leaving whispers in the wake. Now every soft reflection distorts the sense I try to make. I walk through quiet rooms where only this low frequency will break. A constant ambient presence for clarity's elusive sake. This Sunday afternoon static, a hum within the empty space. It's the quiet aftermath of love, leaving lingering blood trace. A constant low-grade murmur, an unresolved and lost embrace. My thoughts keep searching frequencies, longing for a clearer place. Just this hum of static, never truly tuning out the sound. A pervasive quiet presence, always softly all around. No perfect silence anymore, just what my restless spirits found. This Sunday afternoon static, where lingering feelings are bound. The familiar asphalt stretches out, the canvas bleached by morning light. My footsteps echo softly now, no longer falling into yours just right. Each corner turn feels heavier, bearing a quiet weight I didn't know I'd bear. The city hums its steady tune, but a key component is no longer there. This journey through the cityscape carries a whisper of a forgotten vow. I trace the invisible lines where our paths began to separate somehow. Across the pavement, silent stories drift like shadows on the fading wall. Every single stride I take, I half expect to hear your distant call. The space between us grows wider now, a landscape I must navigate alone. On paths we walk so carelessly, the seeds of our undoing have been sown. Watch the hurried strangers pass, their rhythmic purposes intertwine and blend. Remembering a gentle touch, a fragile promise made that time could never mend. The urban pulse beats strong around a vibrant world I barely recognize today. It's just another ordinary street now, somehow leading me so far away. This journey through the cityscape carries a whisper of a forgotten vow. I trace the invisible lines where our paths began to separate somehow. Across the pavement, silent stories drift like shadows on the fading wall. Every single stride I take, I half expect to hear your distant call. The space between us grows wider now, a landscape I must navigate alone. On paths we walk so carelessly, the seeds of our undoing have been sown. Maybe the silence held a truth, a quiet understanding we both overlooked. A different ending to our tale, a chapter that we simply overlooked. The future stretched before us then, an open road we planned to share for years. Now only echoes paint the roof, dissolving slowly, washed away by tears. Across the pavement, silent stories drift like shadows on the fading wall. Every single stride I take, I half expect to hear your distant call. The space between us grows wider now, a landscape I must navigate alone. On paths we walk so carelessly, the seeds of our undoing have been sown. Across the pavement I keep moving, even though the connection is now lost. Counting the steps, the hidden cost of moments that our futures intercross. The city lights begin to dim, reflecting only my solitary plight. Just me and this long stretch of road, fading into the coming night. Our intertwined stories whispered, a rhythm only we could find. The world outside was just background, leaving everything else behind. Each knowing glance a silent chord, resonating deep within our mind. A subtle shift in frequency, a harmony becoming less defined. Then dissonant whispers started, a sound we couldn't quite ignore. The familiar tempo faltered, unsure of what it was fighting for. What we heard was the silence growing, a stark space between our words. The unspoken understanding breaking, a flock of suddenly startled birds. A quiet fading overture, the absence of our treasured chords. The soundtrack of our story, now just distant, lonely, broken records. I replay old conversations, searching for where the first static appeared. Every remembered laugh now holds a tremor, a truth we both secretly feared. The echo of your footsteps fading, a sound no longer freely revered, just solitary notes remaining. A future suddenly disappeared. Then dissonant whispers started, a sound we couldn't quite ignore. The familiar tempo faltered, unsure of what it was fighting for. What we heard was a silence growing, a stark space between our words. The unspoken understanding breaking, a flock of suddenly startled birds. A quiet fading overture, the absence of our treasured chords. The soundtrack of our story now just distant, lonely, broken records. This quiet hum of loneliness, a new rhythm I slowly embrace. The absence speaks volumes louder, leaving an undeniable empty space. Though the melody has ended, its memory time cannot fully erase. I'm learning to compose new chapters, finding my own steady, faded pace. What we heard was a silence growing, a stark space between our words. The unspoken understanding breaking, a flock of suddenly startled birds. A quiet fading overture, the absence of our treasured chords. The soundtrack of our story now just distant, lonely, broken records. The last refrain still resonates, a soft whisper on the evening breeze. A story told in muted tones, bringing my restless soul a fragile ease. What we heard was destiny's call amidst the fading autumn trees. A final chord now gently struck, setting both our yearning spirits free.
We stood on the edge, where our separate paths began to softly diverge. No harsh words spoken, just an unspoken truth starting to clearly emerge. Your gaze held a quiet goodbye, a distant echo within our shared space. I felt the slow shift inside, a subtle change of internal emotional pace. The world keeps spinning its cycle, but my heartbeat slows its hurried chase. I'm learning to breathe through the quiet, finding strength in the solitary place. So take your time, letting sorrow fade like whispers carried on the breeze. Take your time, finding solace in the changing autumn leaves among the trees. Let memories unfold gently, not a rush to leave them all behind. Give your fragile heart permission to slowly mend and quietly unwind.
The silence once felt heavy, now carries its own inflictive, peaceful sound. Trace the lines of what was on unfamiliar, yet still sacred ground. Each fading photograph reminds me of lessons that I needed to grasp. How love can expand horizons, then gently release us from its tender clasp.
The world keeps spinning its cycle, but my heartbeat slows its hurried chase. I'm learning to breathe through the quiet, finding strength in the solitary place. So take your time, letting sorrow fade like whispers carried on the breeze. Take your time, finding solace in the changing autumn leaves among the trees. Let memories unfold gently, not a rush to leave them all behind. Give your fragile heart permission to slowly mend and quietly unwind. There's no rush to understand the reasons or force a new beginning. Just a gentle opening, allowing new chapters to quietly start spinning. This journey through change is a process, A gradual awakening of soul, accepting the fragments and making myself completely, beautifully whole. So take your time, letting sorrow fade like whispers carried on the breeze. Take your time, finding solace in the changing autumn leaves among the trees. Let memories unfold gently, not a rush to leave them all behind. Give your fragile heart permission to slowly mend and quietly unwind.
Yeah, take your precious time, letting every single moment softly breathe.
No need to hurry healing, no sudden ending, just a gentle reprieve.
The space we created still lingers, a subtle presence, a cherished
design. Just breathe and slowly find your rhythm in this peace that is now all mine.
Our melody once played so strong, a perfect seamless flow. Every shared glance felt like home, a feeling we would always know. Now the quiet notes just linger on, a hollow somber sound. The vibrant colors slowly drain, leaving shadows all around. Never saw the tiny cracks appear, just a gradual and gentle fade. A silent understanding lost the promise, gently swayed and played. Just like that, the summer days turned into a lonely, chilling rain. Just like that, our whispered dreams dissolved in a bit of quiet pain. Just like that, the warmth we shared became a distant, icy chill. Just like that, my beating heart now simply stands so strangely still. The familiar coffee in my hand tastes different, strangely, subtly bland. No shared laughter fills this space, no future drawn across the land. My daily routine feels unmoored, adrift upon a shifting tide. A silent presence used to bloom, now nowhere left for me to hide. Never saw the tiny cracks appear, just a gradual and gentle fade. A silent understanding lost the promise, gently swayed and played. Just like that, the summer days turned into a lonely, chilling rain. Just like that, our whispered dreams dissolved in a bit of quiet pain. Just like that, the warmth we shared became a distant, icy chill. Just like that, my beating heart now simply stands so strangely still. We never spoke those final words, no dramatic, tearful last goodbyes. Just a slow unfolding silence reflected in our distant, vacant eyes. Hard to pinpoint when it truly changed, the moment we began to stray. But suddenly our paths diverged and drifted far, far away. Just like that, the summer days turned into a lonely, chilling rain. Just like that, our whispered dreams dissolved in a bit of quiet pain. Just like that, the warmth we shared became a distant, icy chill. Just like that, my beating heart now simply stands so strangely still. Just like that, the story ends, a final chapter left untold. Just like that, a precious bond can never truly be controlled. Still searching for the reason why, the moment it all blurred and swayed. But all I hear is emptiness, a solitary silent serenade. Colors of our past, once so bright, begins to softly gray. Colors of our laughter slowly drift and gently fade away. A quiet understanding once filled every corner of our day. Not just an echo remains, a silent presence leading me astray. This slow rhythm mirrors the quiet unraveling deep inside. A silent melody playing with nowhere left for our love to hide. On this frozen ride, the journey feels so bittersweet. Traces of your warmth, the love now softly incomplete. The memory a hazy glow, a beautiful fading feet. My lonely heart beats to the rhythm of a quiet, slow retreat. I search for the contours of a smile, a familiar, comforting line. But only blurred impressions surface now, never fully mine. Design once so clear begins to intertwine. With the fabric of forgotten dreams, a destiny we left behind. This slow rhythm mirrors the quiet unraveling deep inside. A silent melody playing with nowhere left for our love to hide. On this lounged ride, the journey feels so bittersweet. Traces of your warmth, a love now softly incomplete. The memory a hazy glow, a beautiful fading feet. Perhaps it was a whisper, a gentle sigh we couldn't hear. The subtle shifting of the tide, pulling us from what was dear. No sudden thunderclap, just a quiet vanishing held so near, leaving only fragments of a feeling, a soft ethereal tear on this flight from the ride. The journey feels so bittersweet. Traces of your warmth, a love now softly incomplete. The memory a hazy glow, a beautiful fading feet. My lonely heart beats to the rhythm of a quiet, slow retreat. The quiet hum persists, a solitary chord within my soul. A gentle acceptance settling, making my broken spirit whole. It's quiet, fading, a story slowly losing its control. Just an endless muted journey towards an unknown goal.
How did we first weave this delicate tapestry, with every fragile thread so carefully laid? A quiet rhythm bloomed between us, where unspoken feelings gently spread. We sculpted a sanctuary, a world where our own gentle colors softly bled. Each shared breath became a harmony, every silent promise softly said. Then a subtle shift began, a barely perceptible change in the air. A quiet current pulled us apart, though no immediate sign was there. This is the moment of pause, where the narrative suddenly stands still.
A perfect stillness descends, leaving a vacant space to somehow fill the fragile frame of us. Now a delicate memory against my will, just a lingering afterglow, a quiet echo from a fading distant hill. We built our shared universe, each star a silent understanding deep and true. A quiet constellation of dreams, painted in soft, ephemeral morning dew. Your gaze held promises unspoken, a vibrant, clear and ever-present hue. Now that celestial map has blurred, leaving only faint stardust for me to pursue. And the quiet tide began to turn, pulling us from what we thought was real. A different current drew us apart, a wound no words could ever truly heal. This is the moment of pause, where the narrative suddenly stands still. A perfect stillness descends, leaving a vacant space to somehow fill the fragile frame of us. Now a delicate memory against my will, just a lingering afterglow, a quiet echo from a fading distant hill. No harsh discord tore us apart, no sudden shattering broken sound, just a gradual divergence, a path where our true connection wasn't found. An unspoken understanding settled on quiet, hallowed, empty ground. This slow dissolving essence, where former joy could no longer be crowned. This is the moment of pause, where the narrative suddenly stands still. A perfect stillness descends, leaving a vacant space to somehow fill the fragile frame of us. Now a delicate memory against my will, just a lingering afterglow, a quiet echo from a fading distant hill. A final breath held gently as our shared universe begins to softly fold. The silent story ends now, a precious truth waiting to be truly told. In this olfactive silence, a new kind of quiet starts to slowly unfold. Just a moment of pause, a timeless tale bravely growing old. A subtle current connected us, a soothing heat that softly bloomed. Our spirits found a quiet anchor, all the restless searching consumed. A sense of effortless belonging, dispelling every doubt presumed. The world outside just faded out inside, a gentle space illumined. Then slowly the pressure shifted, a slight change no one could define. A delicate separation started, leaving fragments of what was mine. Know that one feel, a memory I still hold close and tightly keep. It lingers in the quiet corners, a promise I cannot let simply sleep. Now only echoes of the glow, a silent current running far too deep. Though time moves on and daylight fades, a void that subtly starts to seep. No thunder crack, no harsh words spoken, just a quiet gentle pull apart. The shared gravity slowly lessened, leaving a hollow in my heart. Our synchronized pulse diverged, then a sudden address new start. A silent compass lost its bearing, tearing the cherished world apart. And slowly the pressure shifted, a slight change no one could define. A delicate separation started, leaving fragments of what was mine. Oh, that one feeling, a memory I still hold close and tightly keep. It lingers in the quiet corners, a promise I cannot let simply sleep. Not only echoes of the glow, a silent current running far too deep. Though time moves on and daylight fades, a void that subtly starts to seep. I
I trace the faint outlines of that comfort, a gentle imprint upon the air. A familiar heat has quietly dissipated, leaving just an emptiness to bear. I search for that lost sensation's essence, a silent plea beyond compare. Knowing that particular glow has vanished, leaving a chill I can't unshare. Oh, that warm feeling, a memory I still hold close and tightly keep. It lingers in the quiet corners, a promise I cannot let simply sleep. Now only echoes of the glow, a silent current running far too deep. Though time moves on and daylight fades, a void that subtly starts to seep. I often wonder if you also recall that specific tender heat, the way our worlds once aligned so perfectly, making everything complete. Now just this quiet internal shift, a bittersweet soft retreat, a longing for that gentle presence of warmth I know I'll never meet.
Sash slides open slow and soft to greet the waking day. A cooler current drifts inside, washing old feelings away. It carries sense of distant change, a subtle shift in the light. Now, every breath feels different here after your quiet flight. This new breeze whispers through the room, a story gently told, releasing all the hidden warmth, more precious than fine gold. Oh, the open window air, a quiet truth that starts to bloom. It fills the space you left behind, clearing out every empty room. A gentle current guiding me to finally let you fade. This fresh perspective slowly starts a new foundation gently laid. The curtains softly billowing, no longer holding tight. A different kind of quiet now, washed over by new light. I watch the clouds drift slowly by, a peaceful, steady pace. Accepting change with every gust, finding my own clear space. This new breeze whispers through the room, a story gently told, releasing all the hidden warmth, more precious than fine gold. Oh, the open window air, a quiet truth that starts to bloom. It fills the space you left behind, clearing out every empty room. A gentle current guiding me to finally let you fade. This fresh perspective slowly starts a new foundation gently laid. Though bittersweet the memory of all the love we used to hold. The gentle breeze brings quiet peace, a future yet untold. I breathe it in this pure expanse, letting resistance cease, finding calm in every breath, a quiet, deep release. Oh, the open window air, a quiet truth that starts to bloom. It fills the space you left behind, clearing out every empty room. A gentle current guiding me to finally let you fade. This fresh perspective slowly starts a new foundation gently laid. The air moves freely through the house, a brand new atmosphere. No need to cling to what is past, letting my vision clear. The open window stays ajar, a silent, soft decree. Just open window air now flowing purely over me, over me, over me.
Our fragile bond unfolded slowly, like a quiet dawn across the sky. We watched the subtle shifting patterns, caught within a silent, gentle tide. A gentle warmth took root between us, deep within a sheltered, hidden space. Unseen currents guiding moments, setting every quiet thought in place. The understanding of its delicate nature slowly started to softly unfurl. A fragile beauty blooming briefly, glimpsed within our quiet, changing world. It was a late bloom, our love that flowered only to gently fade from view. A muted grace we learned to cherish long after its vibrant season flew. The subtle truth emerged in silence, so wisdom understood when day was done. Our fleeting story, a quiet chapter beneath the softly setting sun. Small dissonances grew between us, like shadows stretching long and thin. The quiet spaces held unspoken meanings where our separate worlds began. We felt the cool breeze shift directions, a cell we couldn't ignore. Each shared silence felt a little heavier than it ever had before. The understanding of its delicate nature slowly started to softly unfurl. A fragile beauty blooming briefly, glimpsed within our quiet, changing world. It was a late bloom, our love that flowered only to gently fade from view. A muted grace we learned to cherish long after its vibrant season flew. The subtle truth emerged in silence, so wisdom understood when day was done. Our fleeting story, a quiet chapter beneath the softly setting sun. Perhaps some beauty must unravel to show us colors we'd not known. A deeper understanding blossomed from seeds of parting subtly sown. No harsh regrets, just quiet knowing of timing's tender, steady hand. A quiet journey through the seasons across our ever-changing land. It was a late bloom, our love that flowered only to gently fade from view. A muted grace we learned to cherish long after its vibrant season flew. The subtle truth emerged in silence, so wisdom understood when day was done. Our fleeting story, a quiet chapter beneath the softly setting sun. The final petals slowly falling, a memory held in gentle light. A quiet lesson softly whispered, fading into the coming night. Another season slowly turning, leaving warmth where love once stood. A late bloom's legacy, misunderstood yet quietly understood.